You know, I can look back at almost my entire life in public schools, and even through its most tumultuous times, through the busing issues of the 60s, and through some of the secretarial issues of the early 70s and the graduating in the 70s. You know, back when we went to school, it was a little bit of a different time, but I've got to say that it's exactly why I am the person I am today. I was in art, in band, in theater. I was always out in front of people. And so by the time I entered the military, I was already a very outward person, a person who was already molded a leader because I was the president of my class. I was a student on the Board of Education in my county in my senior year. Our class counselor, when I was the class president, his name was Reed Parks. And Reed Parks was one of these guys that was as influential in my life as any drill sergeant or any commanding officer that I had along the way, and maybe not as influential as my parents, but here I'm sitting here 40 years later and I remember Reed Parks' name. It was this generation that traveled with me through high school. That's a generation that's making a difference in the world today. We're all about the same age. We are the leaders of our communities. We're the leaders of this country. And you know, I think if I had to look back and share something with this generation today, is never underestimate the dreams you have while you're in high school. There is no better time than now for America to revisit and rededicate itself to the idea of public school, public education, an education founded by public dollars to educate our masses so that they can become contributing citizens of our greater society. Since the inception of public school, there have been public school graduates that have molded America. And it's going to be from, you know, the voices of all of us that are heard that make this country a better place. And I think you only get that in an environment where the masses come together to learn together, and then hopefully they learn when they leave there to share this society together. And that's why public schools are so important. That's why we need a voice today, especially when we see a fragmented society like we do.